You know that feeling when you wake up after 8 hours of sleep and you're still exhausted? Yeah, me too. And here's the thing that nobody talks about sleeping. More isn't actually fixing the problem for most of us. According to a 2023 study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine, about 45% of people report feeling tired despite getting adequate sleep duration. So what's actually going on here? Look, I spent years thinking I was just lazy or that I needed more coffee. Turns out, chronic fatigue is way more complex than we've been led to believe, and the science behind it is actually fascinating. Today, we're diving into what the research actually says about why you're tired all the time, and more importantly, what you can do about it. And I promise, this isn't going to be another video telling you to just drink water and go to bed earlier. The sleep quality paradox. Here's where it gets interesting. A study from the National Sleep Foundation found that it's not just about how long you sleep, it's about how well you sleep. And most of us are terrible at it. The research shows that the average person wakes up between 10 to 30 times per night without even remembering it. These micro-awakenings fragment your sleep cycles. And when that happens, you never get into the deep restorative sleep stages your body desperately needs. Now, here's the kicker. Your phone might be sabotaging you in ways you don't expect. A 2022 study in the journal Sleep Health found that people who used their phones within an hour of bedtime took on average 7 minutes longer to fall asleep and experienced 23% less REM sleep. That's the sleep stage, responsible for memory consolidation and emotional regulation. No wonder we're all walking around like zombies. The cortisol connection. But sleep is only part of the story. Let's talk about stress for a second, because this is where things get really wild. Your body produces this hormone called cortisol, right? It's supposed to peak in the morning to wake you up and gradually decline throughout the day. But when you're chronically stressed, which let's be honest, most of us are, that rhythm gets completely messed up. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that chronic stress can keep cortisol levels elevated all day long. And when cortisol stays high, it interferes with basically everything: your sleep, your blood sugar regulation, your immune system. It's like your body is running in emergency mode 24/7. A study in the journal Psychoneuroendocrinology found that people with dysregulated cortisol patterns reported feeling tired 71% of the time, even when they were getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep. The hidden energy drainers. Now here's something that blew my mind when I first learned about it. Your diet might be making you more tired, even if you think you're eating healthy. I'm talking about blood sugar crashes. When you eat foods that spike your blood sugar quickly, like refined carbs or sugary snacks, your body releases a ton of insulin to bring it back down. But sometimes it overshoots and you end up with lower blood sugar than you started with. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition published research showing that these glucose fluctuations can cause fatigue that lasts for hours. And get this, the study found that people who ate high glycemic index breakfasts reported 34% more fatigue in the afternoon compared to those who ate low glycemic index meals. That mid-afternoon crash you experience? It's not just in your head. Please like this video if you're finding this helpful. It really helps us reach more people who need to hear this. The iron deficiency nobody talks about. Here's another massive one that often gets overlooked: iron deficiency. And I'm not just talking about full-blown anemia. There's something called subclinical iron deficiency, where your iron levels are low but not low, enough to be diagnosed as anemic. According to the World Health Organization, this affects about 2 billion people globally, making it one of the most common nutritional deficiencies in the world. A study in the Canadian Medical Association Journal found that women with low ferritin levels, which is your body's iron storage protein, experienced significant fatigue, even when their hemoglobin was normal. We're talking about a 40% reduction in energy levels. The crazy part? Most doctors don't routinely test for ferritin, so millions of people are walking around exhausted without knowing why. The thyroid factor. Your thyroid gland is basically the master controller of your metabolism, and when it's not working right, everything slows down. Hypothyroidism, or an underactive thyroid, affects about 5% of the general population, according to the American Thyroid Association. But here's what's wild. The symptoms are so subtle that many people go years without being diagnosed. Research published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology shows that even subclinical hypothyroidism, where your thyroid hormones are only slightly off, can cause significant fatigue, weight gain, and brain fog. The study found that people with subclinical hypothyroidism reported 52% higher fatigue scores compared to people with normal thyroid function. The movement paradox. Now, this might sound counterintuitive, but not moving enough can actually make you more tired. I know. When you're exhausted, the last thing you want to do is exercise. But here's what the science says. A review published in the journal Psychological Bulletin analyzed 70 different studies and found that sedentary people who started regular exercise programs reported a 65% improvement in fatigue levels. The researchers think it's because exercise improves your mitochondrial function. Mitochondria are like the power plants of your cells, and when they're working efficiently, you produce more energy. It's not about intense workouts either. The studies showed that even low-intensity movement, like walking for 20 minutes 3 times a week, made a significant difference. The dehydration effect. And before you roll your eyes, yes, hydration actually matters, but probably not in the way you think. A study from the University of Connecticut found that even mild dehydration, like losing just 1.5% of your body's water volume, can cause fatigue, difficulty concentrating, and mood problems. That's barely enough to make you feel thirsty. The research showed that people who were mildly dehydrated had energy levels that were 15% lower than when they were properly hydrated. And here's the thing, most of us are walking around in a state of chronic mild dehydration without even realizing it. The social jet lag problem. Let me introduce you to a concept called social jet lag. This is when your body's natural sleep rhythm doesn't match your social obligations. Maybe you're naturally a night owl, but you have to wake up at 6 a.m. for work. A study in the journal Current Biology found that about 87% of people experience at least an hour of social jet lag, and about a third experience more than 2 hours. The research showed that people with social jet lag reported significantly higher levels of daytime fatigue and had a 30% higher risk of being overweight. Your body has a natural circadian rhythm, and when you constantly fight against it, it takes a serious toll on your energy levels. So here's the bottom line. Chronic fatigue usually isn't caused by just one thing. It's often a combination of factors: sleep quality issues, stress and cortisol dysregulation, blood sugar imbalances, nutritional deficiencies, thyroid problems, lack of movement, dehydration, and circadian rhythm disruptions. The good news? Once you understand what's actually going on, you can start addressing the root causes instead of just treating the symptoms. If you're constantly tired, it's worth getting some blood work done. Ask your doctor to check your iron levels, including ferritin, your thyroid function, including TSH and free T4, your vitamin D and B12 levels, and your blood sugar. Pay attention to your sleep quality, not just duration. Consider your stress levels and how you're managing them. Look at your diet and when you're eating. And yeah, try moving your body a bit more, even when you don't feel like it. Your fatigue is real, it's valid, and there's usually a scientific explanation for it. You're not lazy, you're not making it up, and you deserve to feel energized and alive. If this video helped you understand what might be going on, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future videos, where we dive even deeper into the science of feeling your best. Thanks for watching, and here's to finally figuring out why you're so tired.